Right, Ledgers. Can everybody hear me? And can you all see Prime XBT website? Good evening, everybody. How is everyone? Hope you all had a good weekend. Let me know once everything is working. Audio clear? Just making sure the pen tool's coming up, showing. Can you guys see the squiggles? Just making sure that works. Yep, that's working. Okay, let's start with the necessities and get the show under the road. Like the video if you can, share the video. Let's get the YouTube algos going. So before we start, I just want to thank our partners, Prime XBT, for making this happen. They're the ones that sponsor these streams, so it's free for you guys. You can check them out by using the link in the description and code Trader1SZ. You apply the code, use a link, then apply the code, then you get the deposit bonus. You can get up to 7k deposit bonus. You can trade a range of markets with these guys, so not just crypto, FX, commodities. I'll be going through 1 or 2 FX pairs, stock indices, so you can trade all sorts, everything with them, and they're crypto based. So, without further ado, oh, and one last thing, nothing in this video constitutes financial advice. Seek the help of a professional before embarking with your capital. Okay, so let's get stuck straight in. Am I still in the Bitcoin swing short? Yes, I am. I got stopped on F. For some reason, people seem to think I got blew my account on one swing, one stop out. I'm still in this one. Um, I changed my mind as to why I didn't close it based on invalidation. It's only 1 hour risk, but I was hedged long, so decent cushion. So let's see what happens. So let's start from the beginning. We'll continue on, and this is a critical area now. Do I take longs here? At what point do I cut my swing short? For those that probably don't know much, you don't risk your whole account on one trade. By the way, I'd probably risk 1% max on a or 2% max on my main account. So if I take a loss, 2% of my equity in the account gone. 2%, not 100%, 2%. Anyways, let's return to these key levels now. Okay, so the key levels for here, if we look, let's clean this chart up. For me, one of the reasons why I didn't cut it yet is because the resistance area, for me personally, is a big zone area. For me, it started minimum 28.5, 28.6k area, all the way up to 32k zone is the zone. Let me explain why or what I mean by that. What I mean by that is we've got the bare minimum. If we look at this chart, okay, we've got the bare minimum here. So let's just say this. Well, sorry, 1 second. Let's take the wick low here. Okay, that's the minimum. And then we've got it up to around about this region here. Let's look historically to the left. So this area here, and I'm talking about day trade, talking about swing trading. So this region here, it wicks in, it deviates back above, some sort of trigger, rallies up. Wick, rallies up. Consolidation, then breaks below, sell off. So we're still within this region. If we make a smash above here, I will get bullish this. I'll probably take it to around about here. And then we'll deal with the rest of the targets there. Okay? So this region here is still a resistance zone for me. Now, if I was not in this trade, for example, you would wait for a possible deviation. So my first 2 attempts both got stopped at break even. If I was not in this trade, I'd wait for some sort of deviation to confirm. Okay? If it confirmed, then even then you'd play it level to level, and I would be going to around about this area here. Okay, which would be, let's clean this up a bit. It's a bit of a mess there. It's clear. Oopsie daisy, too much there. Just towards here. Now at this point I'll be wondering, is it going to push up or is it going to deviate? Okay, we'll be breaking this down to detail. So from there, that means my range I'm watching for that. If it deviates, that's a big if, we'll be below here. That does not mean we can't day trade around here. I took some day trades around here, which I will map out in a minute. But let's get the blueprint out of the way with. That's one range. If it then breaks below here, so what I'm doing is just marking out the naked charts on its own. Then we return back in towards this range. So this is one range. If it was to break and hold below here, then we'll return back into towards this range. That then becomes a deviation. That is a separate play or a play to evolve. Can everybody not see my screen? Some saying they can't see the screen. Is it working? It could do to 25. We'll see. I'm going to mark them out in a minute and mark out the scenarios, and then we'll take it from there. I'm just marking out a context for now. I'll start the stream with context before I go into the trigger plans. Is everybody with me so far? Keeping it very simple. Giving you my reasons why I think this is a resistance zone. Above here, bullish for me. I think it makes logical sense to think that as well from judging by this. Okay? I'm bullish above here, towards there, and then further targets, I don't know. We'll take it from there. That's a clear area. And then below here is this range. This could be a support to go back up. I don't know. And below this level is towards there. That's it. Just marking out ranges that I'm working within. What my plan is, if it clears this, then I'm going to do this. If it clears that, then I'm going to do that. Okay. Now we add in the levels. And this is 2020 high. Okay. And that's 2020 mid-range. That's the halfway point of that. And that's the halfway point of that. It's important to notice that. Okay. Now let's go to the lower time frame. Now we know that these are the range levels. So first I look at the SR, natural SR and context. Secondly, I look at the range levels. Thirdly, I look at the trigger plans. Before everything, at the end, I look at the trigger plans. Paki XL, who the fuck is this guy? 1 second. We've got one to block. 1 second, where is he? Hang on, I'm looking for somebody to block here. Block user on YouTube. Done. There we go. There. I blocked him. Okay. Right. Done. I think it's done. Hang on, I blocked him. Hang on, I gotta have someone to block. You know, we gotta make an example of somebody. The stream isn't the same unless I make an example of somebody. So let me find this guy. 1 second. Before, yeah. Anyways, let's carry on. So, yes, don't worry, I'm a bit calm. I'm in a calm mood today. But yes, hello Miles. How are you, Miles? I'll make you Miles. DM me on Twitter just to make sure you're the real Miles, and then I'll make you mod. Okay. So let's carry on. I'm good, thank you. How are you, Mehdi? How are you, Damien? Yes. Anyway, let's carry on. So these are my levels. Now, so those are swing areas for now. So for example's sake, if we make a clearance, or whether it's a bounce, or whether it straight grinds down from here, break below and hold below, we've got the context set. Okay. There's my trigger plan. That's a deviation confirmed. SR. There's a trigger there. Target 1. Take out these stops in towards this range level. Target 1, target 2, and target 3. T, T, and T. Maybe here, I don't know. We don't need to worry about that. That is, if it deviates below these highs, then that's a separate trade, like I said, when I set the context. Okay? So, does that make sense as to why I'm targeting that? That is the midpoint of that. If it deviates, whether it's a bounce or whether it's straight through, doesn't matter. That's a swing play. Before get to the day trades, there's your play there, and then there. Trigger, target, target, target. Clean smash. This is my consolidation phase. This is my deviation area. On a swing basis, it's a big area. Does not mean you can't day trade. I'm talking about directional plays. Here is not a directional play for zone for me. Okay, I might get lucky and take a long and it goes up. But based on what I've shared at the beginning, that is not a directional play for me. Directional play for me is either below here or clean break and reclaim. Then it's long towards there. Clear? Good. I don't know 12K. Fuck 12K. I'm just dealing with this range. We'll deal with 12K when the time comes. I don't know what it's going to do. Nobody knows. All I know is what the range we're playing and how I'm going to play that. Okay. So my swing short, I'm still in my swing short. It's only a bit underwater compared to my risk. It did come close to my stop. But, I mean, compared to the how much I'm risking, that's not even 1% of my capital. Okay, I can click cut it here, and that's fine for me. Okay, and then if it was to break below here, for example, say like that, and I can reduce my risk to whatever the new swing high, reduce my risk, compound back towards there. So I'm all cushy, and I'm massively up for the year. I'm thinking about buying 2 more supercars as well, just to reflect in after I take wide stop out. So having said that, let's continue. Let's continue now. So is that clear for everybody? The swing plays. That's it. So hello, Top Shabab. How are you? I'll be meeting you in Marbella soon. I mean, Top Shabab's a good guy. Top man. So let's carry on. I'll bring some of the cars there one day. So what we're gonna focus on short term is last week's range. Okay. Last week, buy 2 wives. Why would I buy 2 wives? Fuck that. They can pay me. Fuck that shit. I ain't buying 2 wives. They can pay me. Fuck it all. Okay. What we're going to be focusing on is last week's range now. Okay. Fuck AVAX. We're talking about Bitcoin here. Why you want to know about AVAX when we got Bitcoin here, King Bitcoin? Fuck AVAX. So we're going to start off by marking out last week's high. These are the short-term range now. So is everybody clear with the swing long and swing short triggers? Say if I wasn't in the trade, is everybody sure with that? Hello, Grant Stevenson. How are you? Grant Stevenson, I'm going to make you mob. Top Shabab, I'll make you mod as well. If you see anybody fucking about, kick them out. Uh, yeah, standard moderator. If you don't like their name, block them. If you don't like the way they breathe, block them. Hello, George Crypto. They're gonna have to have try hard to stay unblocked. Okay, if they're spelling correctly, block them. If they don't put a sentence together, block them. If you don't like their profile picture, block them. That's it. Okay, so last week's high. Let's do it in green. Okay, last week's high. Now the chart's gonna become a mess now. Okay, last week's low. Oopsie daisy. And magically last week's mid range, which comes in at 29,585. So we put a bit of girth onto that. 29,585. Okay, so let's continue. Open the ETH chart for maximum fun. We will do ETH in a minute. Don't worry about ETH. Why is something new happening that I've missed? That's not new, fuck. What is it? Have I missed something? No. Oh, ETH's at my macro resistance, actually. Actually, ETH is at Asian Quant's resistance level. This, you know, when I bought ETH here, it was based on, oh, forget the mess. These are secret Asian Quant levels derived from fucking Chinese factories. Joke. Fucking, if anybody says a racist joke. Fuck you. So what it is. Anyways, this was the girthy level here. Okay, that's the girthy. That's the equivalent of that. By the way, I look at the consolidation down here. But anyways, let's carry on to the main thing. Am I a smoker? What? It doesn't matter if I'm a smoker or not. What's that got to do with anything? Hello, Edward from Syria. Edward from Syria. Oh, okay. Never knew Edward's a Syrian name. But okay, that's nice. Hello. How are you? Everything good? How's the family? Let's carry on. So, don't worry about ES. We're talking about Bitcoin. Shh. So, here we've got the mid range of last week. Okay. So I did I took a small short here. We discussed this previously. I posted with XO when I was posting the charts. So what we've got here is a bit of a range to play with. Okay, short term. So let me see what I mean by that. So right now we're at key support level. Okay. So no, you gotta take at least 10 grams of coke a week to be a pro trader. That's financial advice. Try it. See what happens. There, and then we've got this there. Okay, if you go Mambaya, maybe Top Shabab can sort you out. So, just like this was a deviation, I'm happy to take along. Okay, so for example, say here, I don't know, this could be resistance for now. We'll get to that in a minute. But say if he does this and then reclaims and holds, then you got an invalidation. That's my long target one. Okay, if he comes here, starts turning, out. Get the fuck out. I'm done. At least stops to break even. Then, if that breaks, what's the range to work with? Here. And this is called level to level trading. This is not for investors. Investors, get out my stream. This is not for investors, this stream. This is for traders. Up, reclaim, hold. And that's my long towards there. And that's the top of the range. Done. Handled. Manhandled, actually. Is that clear? Does that make sense? And that is dealing within the 2020 high. Okay. And the key level there. Does that make sense? 15 G's for 1K. Decent price. Is it good shit? I'll behave yourself. Okay, no more fucking about. Let me just get this shit through first. Everybody clear with that? Hello, Manoj. Hello, Jack. Okay, that's it. End of stream. So that's level to level both ways because we've established a range right now. Now, however, if we are going to break down, okay, it's going to be a setup below this level. Now, I did have a chart before. Let me see. What. Nope. Let me see. Is it this? Yeah. Okay. 2020 high. That's the short I played from there towards there. A little scalp. Nothing big. Okay, let's carry on now. Now, say for example's sake, we are going to go down. What should cap the market? Okay. So what should cap the market is, let's mark this level out. There. So what we should have, if it's going to continue lower, ideally I would like it to close below range low on a daily. Okay. Yeah, I don't really cater for investors, sorry. Consolidate, rip up into there. And then if it holds and starts breaking down, bomba clot, it's game over. That is then a trade towards last week's low, target 1. Look at the lovely jubbly stops resting here as target 2. Oopsie daisy. Let me do that again. Rewind. So if we consolidate, start breaking down, retest. If it doesn't reclaim, there's no long then. It breaks down and holds. Now there's a trend line here, but that's just there for aesthetics. If it breaks down and holds, I'll be looking for a shorting opportunity. Target 1, because then we're back below that 2020 high that's been capping the upside. That then becomes a deviation. Everybody with me? And then, or if you want to wait for this one more conservative, so you can say, well, you know what? I'll do smaller size here, and then I'll do more below here, because then that's below this key level, and it's below the trend line. If you want to be below the trend line, that's perfectly valid, up to you. But the first objective will be last week's low. Then it would be, look at these stops there. Look at that juicy liquidity resting there towards here. And then finally towards this range level. Wipe out these lows here. So it's up to you. I mean, it can be small there or red there, or wait for that. It's whichever lines up. I'm just marking out the charts. Okay? The rest is up to you how you think of it. Does that make sense? Is everybody clear with that? And then after that, we go straight to 19,535. That's it. So after that, if you want to really look at a clean version of this, resistance. There, I should have just done this from the start, shouldn't I? There. Maybe a bounce. Deviation. That's if you want to look at it from a naked chart point of view. Target 1, target 2. Done. Bumper clock. Should have just done that. But sometimes you gotta make it look all fancy with the little ranges, this, that, the other. Is everybody clear with that? It's the same thing, really. This is just a deviation confirmed. One is the range level from there towards here. The other is the bigger swing play. Everybody clear with the plan. Nothing more, nothing less. And maybe even towards here. Who knows? Who knows? I like these stops here. Now, assuming this is the high, usually what I do, I get this here and I smack that there. And I look for, nah, forget that. We'll go to that another time. That's it. That's all it is. I'm not going to go over it too much. Okay, done. Now let's go towards F. We're going to do FBTC first. Do you trade micro caps? Are you talking about small alts? Yeah, sometimes. I'm in a few alts. I mean, I just copy maybe XO or ISO or Capo, crypto Capo. Not the 600-700K account, the smaller one, Capo the goat. Yeah, I loaded up, so I'll just copy him. Whether it works, I don't care. Majority, I mean, one works, it pays off for like 10 of them. So, I mean, I'm risking that, so don't copy me. I'm not going to mention those. Some are low caps, but obviously, if I want to be big plays, I'm going to get in the low cap ones. But yeah, I just copy him. I don't know much about the FA, not going to lie. I just copy him. So just follow him if you want to know that stuff. Okay, so FBTC. If we look at FBTC before I do F, okay, what we've got here is we're still in the range, aren't we? That's range high. Okay, I'd say this is around range low area. Okay, and we're more or less, if you eyeball it, around mid range. If you think about it, okay, you can see the reactions around the mid range there, etc., etc. Okay, I don't need to go into detail. So if it's gonna turn soon, in my opinion. Okay, so what would confirm it for me? Yeah, the blue. I like blue. Blue is my favorite color, by the way. I like blue. I got this blue. Let's go over the shades of blue I've got. So I got one blue like this. And then a bit of a darker shade of blue as well. Shit, I got scammed. They look different to me. Okay. Well, just that one. Yeah, the one with the K. Go over the K. Anyways, let's carry on. Enough bullshit. So this is going to be important for F now. So F BTC is into resistance area now. Okay. It's a resistance area. Now, if it turns, it's the midpoint of this more or less. We're at the midpoint of that. That's a resistance zone. So with FBTC, where I would feel comfortable, say if I'm correct on the bearishness or even bullishness, okay? If we do this right now, oh, your mom's thing. If we do this right now and deviate, remember we're at mid-range area here. That then becomes a deviation, okay? Well, if you got scammed, that's on you, isn't it? That means you're a dumb fuck if you got scammed. You know what I mean? Whoever gets scammed is a dumb fuck. I'm sorry. I can't do nothing about dumb fuck. I don't have a prescription for it. Just don't trade. Log off Twitter right now. Go do something else. I mean, how can you get scammed? You gotta be really stupid to get scammed. But yeah, it's okay. Not your fault. It is what it is. There. So if I'm bearish F and Bitcoin, if this gives me the trigger, F for the better short, target 1, and target 2 towards this area that hasn't been filled in. Above here, I get bullish FBTC. Right now, we're at the mid-range area. If it deviates, that's that trigger. If this goes down and BTC and F are bullish, then that trigger means Bitcoin is the better long. Does that make sense? So either way, this is still, yes, it's natural selection. This is still um the that would be telling which one to play. Does that make sense? And is everybody clear with that? Nothing more. That is it. Yo, there's like 965 of you here. I should be at least 2k likes. What the fuck? Get up to 500 likes. Quick. ASAP. Quick. If you get to 500k likes, the market will go to the target you want. Anyways, let's carry on. That's done. Your mate, you should have let him send it and then you'd have fucking... Come, how can you... I don't know how people can send money to randomers that just DM them randomly on fucking Telegram or... Like, what the fuck is wrong with half of you? Seriously. Step the fuck back. Like, seriously, man. Fucking hell. Anyways. So, that's that. Now, let's go to F. Okay? Now, if you remember back in the before, I did make a fractal of this taking out these highs. Actually, it was long at one point there. But for the reasons I've given, I did switch short. I follow my plan. Would I do it again? Yes, absolutely. It's a one stop out. That's it. Not net worth. Now, We got to be cautious here. And the reason why is I'm going to explain exactly why now. I'm going to mark out a fractal to illustrate my point. Okay. And then if it reclaims, then that reclaim could be a very, very beginning of bullishness for me. Okay. So we're going to go over that now. So, or if it deviates, then smack it back down to lows. No, I'm not gonna do alts like that. I mean, there's not much data on there. I got one stop on of the first trade on knob worked out well, and then when I added, so I sort of balanced it out for me. I made some decent money, but then I lost that. So it was just a tiny loss on that. Really, that was the main alts stop out. The rest was all break evens. But this is why I made it to break even. A lot of if you actually listen to my feed, you see a post of moving to break even, but I'm not sure. But watch this. So what we've got here is we had like these highs here like that. We've got these highs here like that. Okay. And then obviously we had a consolidation phase here. I mean, it's a bigger consolidation phase, but you get the picture. And then it run all the way up. Okay. And it's run all the way up here now. Could it run a bit higher? Possibly. Okay. No, I've got some long term bags, but I don't care if I lose them or not. That's different. My main money's made from margin trading, so I don't give a fuck about my spot bags. I've got some spot bags. Most of them are fucking like all underwater, like everybody else here. I'm like 90% down, 99% down, 0.99999% down, and each jump he does, yeah, he does like a 100% rally from the bottom, and then you realize you've gone from minus 99% to minus 96%. So you sober up quick, don't you? You look at this big rally and they say, yes, look at my alt bag. And then you realize it's only gone from minus 99 to minus 96. But yeah, that is life. Okay, let's continue. So now let me finish this because we're getting sidetracked here. I'm going to do a detailed breakdown of it and my trigger plans. So what we've got here is, I mean, here like that. Everybody here knows what I'm on about here. This is range highs right now. Okay, the confirmation of this. Yes, FX is my main market. Although I trade more crypto past couple of years because FX dead, it's still my main market. The main size and stuff I do. I started off in FX. That's my main one still. It's just more less frequent. It's just more swing trades. I'm more frequent in crypto, but yes, FX is my main. FX and indices, stock indices, futures. So there, if it confirms the deviation, then it's game over, isn't it? We're going straight to zero. Fuck the Shanghai upgrade. There is no Shanghai upgrade. There's the Bradford upgrade. That's going to be going down. So, what is the confirmation of that? Just from a natural SR point of view. Okay. So, what we're going to be looking at is a deviation. So, if we look at this carefully, there's a couple of things we can note. One is this here. So, hang on. Hello from Vienna. How are you? So, we got this there. Now, why that level there? The reason why is because we've got support, deviation, retest, sell off. Deviation. On the lower time frame, there's a retest, sell off. So if it deviates, not only is it a deviation, it's a break of that trend line, is game fucking over, and I'll short it. Target one area towards this high here, target two towards there, and then zero. But it's important you get the first two targets, target one, target two, and then zero comes afterwards. Does that make sense? Now, let's zoom out a bit and say, okay, where's the range? I'm going to go with a neutral conservative range. Not neutral, conservative range. I'm going to call that my range low, and I'm going to call that my range high. Okay? I must wait for that deviation first. And when I get that deviation, you look at Bitcoin. Has Bitcoin come back below 2022 high, started to break down? Has this deviated back below? Before I go into the day trades, okay? And that would just be a range play. Just like this was a deviation. I actually long these lows here, by the way. I actually long this as well, by the way. I actually longed it here as well, by the way. And I started to short it. I started this, shorted that from there. I got stopped out here. A couple of break evens. If it does this, let's clear the mess because you know when you're gonna get your clout after the move is done, you need a clean chart, don't you? There we go. There's my trigger, and let's fucking go. Target, target, and that is just a range play. Okay. Now we'll go on to there, and now we'll go on towards the breakout long plays in a minute. But first, we must make the long sweat by marking out bearish chart patterns, and when they've sweated enough, then I will mark out long setups. Give them 5 more seconds to sweat. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, they sweated enough. Okay, let's mark out the long. They're probably left by now. They'll probably demoralize the whole fucking thing. Anyways, oopsie daisy, this hurting my eyes. That hurt my eyes there. You know the chart. Yes, let's go with the clean chart. So, Dan Pina, yes, of course, Dan Pina would approve. So let's mark out these levels here quickly. Actually, let's go into this level here. There's one level I'm going to mark out, which is the 2022 yearly mid range. Okay, so let's go to the 12 months, and the 2020 mid range is very, very critical in my opinion. My objective area. Okay, there. So that 20 mid range comes in at 2385.9. So let's mark out the high, the low, and we'll do opposite. Normally I do grey as mid range, but I'm going to do red. Why? Because I can. So let's do that. Hasn't quite tagged it yet. It doesn't need to, and I'll explain why it doesn't need to. Okay. So we're still below 2020 mid range. A clearance. So if I wanted a high probability long, okay, what I would be looking for would be a clearance above that, wouldn't it? Would you all agree? This is still SR zone, really. I mean, may start from there, but this is like still resistance area. Okay, you flip this. If you didn't play it long like me, I played it long here. I played it long here, like a bad man. And I got out there. Well, now you're long in the top here thinking you're something special. I'm sorry, even your mom doesn't think you're special. So you're not. She thinks I'm special though. But yeah, reclaim and hold. Then we can take the longs and, well, then, because that's the high probability longs, isn't it? Target. Let's get rid of this mess. Oopsie daisy. I mean, it doesn't look like much on this time frame, but you know what I mean. Okay. I mean, we can play trade setups here. That's different. Breaks and holds above. Then we're waiting for the money, aren't we? We got a region down here, which is more or less midpoint of that. Then there. But till then, that's resistance zone. Now, why does this not have to be retested? Is the question. Since I said it. So the reason why is because it's already been retested. Okay. Yes, I know you love my stream. You wouldn't be here otherwise. So see that there? It's already been retested here. So how high does it go? I know you got a fucking clue how high it goes. All I know is when it deviates, then I step in. Till then, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna sit back, post some shit posts, and that's it, man. Relax. We take it from there. So we do this. We do a bit of this and a bit of that. Hang on. Can't get this fucking magnet tool to work. 1 second. Hang on. There we go. Finally. Fucking hell. Took me a while to do that. Okay, so that's there. And what is my range level to cap the upside? That I start going longs is going to be there. So all this. Okay, actually, no. Rewind this low here. Oh, fuck you. There. Now let's go zoom in. Make sure. Nope, I still haven't done it properly. Yes, smash the likes. What's going on? there. So if we look historically, right? Jokes aside, let's break this down. So if you want to get serious about how I do shit, and if it works, well, it does work most of the time. Let's be honest. I'm just that good. We got this. Zone that out. Ah, fuck that. That's a bit of a mess. But my point is, this becomes a deviation area. Okay? There. Proven before. Okay? Historically, here. Comes here, consolidates. And once it resolves clearance, there. So if it consolidates here after a big run up, it's going to consolidate, right? No, I don't have a course. Let's have these review videos. I don't do courses. You don't need a course. If the stuff here makes sense, then put the pieces together. You get it. You don't need a course. And break and hold above. Now watch what Bitcoin does. Does Bitcoin give us that long trigger? Okay. And then there's my long, and I'll play it towards there. Does that make sense as to why I play above? I'd wait for resistance to become support, because I've given the reason as to why this could be a deviation area. Yes, it's broken above this, but it's still a resistance zone. Does that make sense? First and foremost, because it could squeeze higher. I don't know. Bitcoin, that could be the bottom in Bitcoin. It's retested a yearly level. I don't know, but I'm happy to go long, as I've stated, marked out. Or by default, I mean, a lot of the time, if Bitcoin is clearer to you, sometimes, if Bitcoin gives you a trigger by default, you're gonna have a long trigger on ETH, aren't you? Does that make sense? Everybody clear? No, I don't really trade stocks. I don't trade stocks. This is just a crypto review. No stocks. Okay, is everybody clear? That's it, really. I'm not going to overcomplicate. That's as simple as my trading is right now. I'm just waiting. And then we're in the shorter time frame zones. Okay. So what we've got here, I mean, if I was to hide this here. Oh, yeah, mom's tits. Move. Okay, hang on a minute. I'll show you a bit of fractal that F likes to do. Okay. If you want to play level to level, well, you know this is the resistance support area here, right? There's two areas of support. One is this, and the other is here, isn't it? So what we'll do is let's do the same trick as we did with Bitcoin, and we'll go to the weekly, and let's mark out the midpoint of ETH, and we'll see does that hold any significance. Trampoline both ways, they aren't super rigid, both areas of inflection. We'll do dollar index in a minute. Let me give you this. I'll do ES. We got 50% of last week's here, so you can see that level's capping that. So 50% comes out 1996.55. Let's do that. 1996.55. Oh, fuck you. 1996.55. 1996.55. And let's just do that like a sore thumb that sticks out in the middle of nowhere. There. So, we won't even label it. We just call that a random level. As you can see, last week's mid-range was a bit of a pivotal level. Hence, it could be a magnet for price here. Down here. So, an easy way is, let's look at historically, right? When this resolves or breaks down, let's go to the lower time frame. We get rid of this. Okay, what does it look like? Something like this. So if I want to play a breakdown, an objective was here, right? And then second objective was there because that's a logical level. So it could do one of these ones. If it does this and then reclaims, that's then technically a long back towards there. If it breaks down from here and then breaks down, that's the deviation confirmed. And then that is my swing short. It's fucking. Okay, let's do one thing at a time before my chart. My pen is doing its own thing. Okay, let's do simplified version. I'm gonna show you a fractal. Watch this. Here, it's like a simple pattern. And I'm not looking for a big move down. It's just a simple, straightforward move down. It does this a lot. Okay, something like that. So what we do, mark this out. Objective is just gonna be here, by the way, for day trade. So if it does that, breaks down. Here's my trigger point. There's the retest my trigger point. Cut it on a clean reclaim or above here. Cut on a reclaim or above where the swing high is. Target 1. And then just target 2. T1, T2. Now, this point, we're going to see if it does this and then reclaims back above. If it reclaims back above, I flip long. and I take it towards there. Does that make sense? So invalidation there. So this is my deviation area. Oopsie daisy. My deviation area. Okay. Rewind a bit. If that plays out, that's my level to level play. Okay. Now, if that plays out, and then we break down, game over. I will then look for swing shorts towards here. There. Target. Done. If it breaks above and holds, and Bitcoin does the same thing, well, that's a breakout. That's resistance becomes support then. And then there's my long. There. Does that make sense to everybody? If you're not long, you're wrong. I'm sorry, mate. That's not how markets work. You're very emotional, I can tell. Have you married your trade idea? Have you put your net worth in? I'm sorry you're emotional towards your trade idea. How does it feel when it goes down $10 against you? Does it make you sweat? Has your wife left you? It's okay. Best thing to do, go stand in the corner and face the wall. Anyways, let's carry on. Is everybody clear with that? And that's it. I mean, I twap in. I like the I twap in. Okay, that's the long scenario. And that's it. Simple as that. Um, okay. Clear? Okay. Let's carry on now. So that's more or less Bitcoin and Ethereum covered. Those are my main plays, really. Um, so let's quickly do dollar index. Now, dollar index, I'll do GC actually. I like gold. Now, gold is a special one. Okay. Gold, in my opinion, is ready to shank if it can hold below. So what I'll be looking for. I mean, no, fuck this. I'll just keep the levels on. Oh, fuck that. I've already marked these out. So you can see these trend lines, the two pink trend lines. Okay. This gray level is my mid range. Okay. I experienced losing streaks. Yeah, I take 3, 4, 5 losing streaks in a row. But when I realize I'm that, that means I'm not in sync. That means my risk is very little. Okay. But my one win, because I compound so much, it's I can handle 5 losses in a row sometimes because I compound a lot on a swing trade. I only wait for those plays. So again, it depends on your risk, how much you're risking. A lot of my swing trades that start off with a smaller risk. I even make that clear, but retards don't understand. So this is Monday's roll from last week. This is the key range level. So these two are your key range levels. Just keep it simplified, okay? The fuck link. I'm not gonna go into else right now. I think XO can cover that. Now, if it breaks below, now aggressive, I did this small here. I'll cut it above here. That's just a third size tester. But once you can break below here, there's my trigger. Target 1, target 2, target 3. Target, target, target. Now, if I simplify it down, it just becomes like a range level deviation, really, isn't it? We're taking those stops out and we'll go towards here. It's basically a range, isn't it? That's one range. That's the other range. Okay. I won't be covering alts, sorry. I'll just be covering what I do here. So no alts from me. Bitcoin, Ethereum mainly. Now, the first phase is to see if it's a deviation or not. But if it starts breaking down, there's your trigger towards range. It's level to level, isn't it? That's what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, usually when we got Bitcoin turning, sorry, when you got gold turning, you get the real move in the dollar a lot of the time. So let's look at the dollar index quick. I love the FX majors supporting this as well. So to simplify it down, what we've got here is we're at range lows. We've taken out February low as well. Okay, there are range lows there, and we can call this range highs. So I'll be all in agreement that this is the range. So support, ping pong, till proven otherwise. What does SZ mean? SZ means short zone. Yes, short zone. So Or if you want more confirmation, just wait for a reclaim above the trend line, break of the trend line, reclaim above that SR level flip, and towards there. Anyway, how you want to play it. But my main point is we're in a range. Does that make sense? That's it. So this is our support. Bitcoin's at resistance. Don't be curious. Be curious about your trading. Don't be curious about people's names. It's a very silly thing to be curious about. How does that benefit you in life? How's your life going right now being curious about people's names? Has it helped? Yes, you know my name. Well done. So, clear? Yes, my name's not a secret. I used to be doxxed. Jesus Christ. Saeed Zaman. Yes, that's my name. Okay, so is that clear? Let's carry on now. And next one, to support this idea, we shouldn't be curious about names. Fucking hell, fucking. You know what? Some people are born to be retards, aren't they? Like here for a fucking trading stream to learn. The guy asks, "What's your name?" Like fuck me, man. This guy must be wrecked 3 times already. Fucking hell. Either that or he gets some sort of kick out of my name. Hearing my voice. I don't know. Fucking hell. Retardation levels have gone up sky high. Stop blocking people and removing people. I don't know. Anyway, let's carry on. Nah, man, I just need to go stand in the corner, face the wall. Let's do ES first. ES is a bit of a tricky one, I'm not gonna lie. Max I've got out of these trades are just like day trades. Honestly, it's in this range area. Very choppy for me. I'm not very clear on ES right now. I'm not gonna lie, but what I can say is that resistance. Other than that, it's not much help. Now I did post another chart for ES earlier today, and I think that's gonna help clarify things a bit. Hopefully, so let's look at this right now. Let's look at the monthly. Yes, can everybody report in for sexual harassment? Everybody all together. 3, 2, 1. Sexual harassment. So I think asking somebody's name online is a sort of sexual harassment. I feel sexually harassed somehow. It's personal. So yeah. Anyways, VIX. We'll have a look at VIX as well. So I'm looking at this right now, and what's capping the upside for ES? What's capping the upside is. I'm good. Okay. What's capping the upside is well, it's not capping the upside. I mean that's capping the upside, but this is where I'm waiting for the deviation. Okay. I mean, has it bottomed out? I don't know if it's a bottom. I'd say maybe a short term, but I don't know. All I'm doing is playing the range until it's proven otherwise. Sometimes you gotta accept. You gotta live in the grey with trading. I don't know. All I know is the range we're in. Say the dollar did this, didn't it? It's around here. That's supported proven otherwise. So I'm ping ponging it towards there. That's resistance. If it gives me some sort of breakdown, I assume it's going towards there. If it gives me some sort of bullish price action, I assume it's going towards there. If it breaks and holds below, then that's a trend breakout. If it breaks and holds above, that's a range breakout to the upside. So that's all I know. Now, which one is it following? Is it following this, or is it following this, or vice versa? That's it. There's no certainty in this. It's probabilities and odds. Anyways, let's carry on. So, my main play for ES will be if it gets below the monthly open or quarterly open. For now, it's a tricky motherfucker right now because this is like a deviation area. If you think about it, if I was to clear this chart up, let's look at it from monthly basis alone. Okay, this could be a wick. Why? Just like here, that's capping the upside, right? At one point, this was a bullish candle. At one point, this was a bullish candle, right? So, and to the downside, okay, let's zoom this up. Actually, if I look at the monthly, let's just go with the bodies. Okay, I'm gonna go with bare minimum areas. It's mainly trapped within here, really. Okay, it's broken out here right now. Could this be a deviation? Possibly. I don't know. Okay, I will go with the long scenario in a second. And I was capping the upside to the extreme end. Let's call this a deviation area. There, as far as there. Now, If it starts to make a break and hold above here, which I'll go over in a minute on the lower time frame, be clearer, then I would say that's the next level. Oopsie daisy. Okay, towards there. Now, because this is uncertainty zone or scalping zone for me personally, okay, then what I would do, you don't understand anything, go, I don't know, go to babyhips.com, I don't know. I don't know where to start. Just go to Google, start from there. I don't know. I just look babypips.com and you find your way around. Find a course. I don't know, crypto credit free stuff. You got Exos material. I don't know. Just Google it, man. And then if it breaks below here, then there. This is the main range from the concentration of price. Okay, this is above here. I don't know. Above here, possibly towards there. Below there, there. In this area, I don't know. And I'm happy to sit back and say I don't know. And until it resolves either side, then I'll step in. But till then, I don't know. I'm scalping within here, but I'm keeping it real short term. That's why I don't post much here, because I don't know. Does that make sense? I've got loads of free, just go make my way through videos, go to baby pips, whatever, man. Just Google it. But does that make sense as to why I don't know here? But look at the monthlies there. Now, let's go down now. And I've got them marked out. So having said that, my main strategy for a short is wait. My main strategy for now is waiting. Okay, when it's clear for me, then I'll milk it. But if it's not clear for me, this could be similar to here right now. Very, very choppy for me down here. I was holding a swing short, but I sat through this for ages, and even the drop was very, very difficult to hold. And here, okay, there. No, I don't like weed. Gives me a blurry head. Nah, I'm not, I don't do them. I got fucking. I take so many immunosuppressants. I can't take half the shit. On Twitter, I just joke about. I got bad health. So we go towards there. From there, trigger towards there. Extended target there. And that's just playing the range to the downside. And from here, okay, whoever asks me something outside of trading related, you're going to get automatically blocked from now on. Kicked out permanently. And then I will hunt down your Twitter feed and block that as well. And when you DM me to unblock you, I'll block that account as well. Does that make sense? Stop fucking asking stupid questions. So let's carry on. Break and hold above there. From there, just towards there, target one, and possibly target two there. These areas are the only where my system will give me a clean plan. Towards them, my system says day trade around here or scalp. I don't know other than that. Is this your Twitter composed burner account? Fix phones and tablets will unpark. Yeah, it is. Bye bye. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, that's ES. Within here, fuck knows. This is just day trading for me. Scalping. I've been scalping short term around here. I don't know. I honestly do not know. All I will say for a short term scalp, possibly. Okay, and that is just towards range lows, so we can identify a range high here. Okay, I just don't tolerate fucking single digit IQ. It's like some common sense. If you do not have common sense, I can tell if you're gonna make it in trading or not just by the stupid questions asked. Okay, I trade various with NQ futures. One is Mito markets I trade, and there's a few others I have. Usually David Bell. I got one with Valbury. Um, but yeah, I say Mito markets are decent enough. But we got one here. I've got an IB account as well. So I've got a few accounts. If you want to know, just Google best one in your country. So some don't offer it in the countries you're in. So for a short term play, I mean, if that's range high, again, whatever trades within this, within these two yellow lines are going to be short term. You know the stops are resting there. I just don't trust these fuckers. So one play is going to be, I like it to take it above range highs. Okay. So what I'm going to say, that's range lows there. So we've got this there. Okay, keep it simple. So if it gives me, I don't know, some sort of stop run. Okay. Ah, fuck's sake, my pen tool. Sorry. And then breaks down. Again, I'm keeping it short term. if I take this even, it's gonna really look good at the time for me to take from there towards there. Target one. If it comes in bounces, I'll cut it. But the main play would be if it breaks down from here and breaks below here, I've got a nice clear objective area from there towards there. If it comes here, rejects, reclaims, I'm out. Again, for me, it's been a tough range to play, but I'm either going to take it from the extreme ends only. Does that make sense? It's not much, but it is what it is. I don't have much to work with right now. I don't know the FX1, but I'm glad you learned. Yeah, that's more or less it for me. For ES, I like cable. I like sterling. I'm gonna quickly go over sterling. I like some of the FX pairs. So with Prime XBT, you can trade with you can trade FX. I mean, if I'm swing trading, I'll use my Prime, my spread bet brokers. Really, I mean, I don't mind paying the spread, but I mean, whoever knows what spread bet is, but swing trade is fine. I mean, CMC markets, IG, but for futures, short term scalping, obviously you can't because of the spreads. Just use the futures one. Okay, so keeping it simple. Okay, we got the quarterly open there, clear range high. Here, we got clear range low. So, for those asking, message David Bell on Twitter. He's worked at brokerages and he can have good recommendations. I go with whatever he recommends me. I mean, he knows the guy. He knows if it's good or not. And so far, I've had no issues. And plus, with any exchange or broker, you only leave in what you're willing to lose. Remember that. No matter how good it is, I mean, it can go down. So just leave in whatever you need to trade with. You don't keep your whole account on it. And I bet you most of you here, even after the FTX issue and the 10 different issue times that's happened before, you still probably got most equity in a exchange, haven't you? Don't lie. You're smiling right now, aren't you? Look at listening to this. You're probably gonna lose it at some point, especially with the crypto one. At least with traditional ones, you insured up to some point. Fucking hell, crypto, you fucking gone. There's no need to keep it so much on there. Just keep enough, and that's it. Even the ones I say they're sponsor me, everybody's the same. Trade with them, but don't keep everything on there. So, basic range play, deviation, deviation. Okay, simple as that. If it breaks below and holds, and where dollar index is at, that's your shorting opportunity towards there, and just ping pong it both ways until proven otherwise. Now, where am I wrong on sterling? It's probably going to be here. Okay, around this region here. So, I mean, this was a consolidation phase before. See that there. Yeah, Euro Swiss. I remember years back, I had an account with FXCM. Fucking hell, SMB dropped the peg. Boom. I was so lucky they got bailed out. I'll never forget that. Since then, I've never left. I had everything I had on them back in the day. I only had a couple of $100,000 back then. Um, but if that went down, that would be me over. Well, I would have come back, obviously, because we're not fucking pussies. We come back. But still, most would have. Most got fucked. But anyways, my point being is above here and hold above. And then probably, I mean, by then the dollars probably getting smacked lower. I'll go there. But till then, we'll worry about that when the time comes. For now, we'll keep it here. Breakdown. That's a nice short towards there. I'll keep it simple for a euro. I mean, 6E. I do trade a lot of futures sometimes, or I look at 6E sometimes if it's a clearer. Sometimes it's just clearer. I don't know why. 6J, for example, is just the inverse of dollar yen, and I posted about this many times. Here, so I've 20 times I posted at least in violation. So I'm halfway through this trade. I got stopped out on my initial dollar yen long. So this is basically dollar yen long. Um, if this is going down, dollar yen up. Okay. I do 6J because sometimes I find it technically cleaner. Don't ask me why. So I think 6J, this is the range. So as long as we hold below here. So if I wasn't in this trade already, I like this. This is more or less like a pivotal zone, right? So what I would do is maybe wait for a little bounce or something. Okay. And if you can give me that, play it towards there, this region here. Maybe the gut fill play as first objective. So basically, this is the inverse of dollar yen, right? Basically, if this gives the trigger, you probably got trigger on dollar yen. Target and target region. After that, I don't know. These are my main targets. This is level to level plays. Clean smash above here. Then it's game over because this is macro mid range for me. one of the early levels, and then we've gone towards there most likely. Okay, that's 6J, so just invert that. And I said 6E, didn't I, for euro? CL. Um, yeah, we'll come back to that. Most of you don't even look at CL, so there's no point going over that. 6E is really basic right now. So go to the daily, and what we've got here is clean range play. Macro wise, if we are a big resistance area for me personally, okay, this region there. But where dollar index is at, etc., etc. Well, if you're not already on board, I'm already here. Target there. If you miss this, that's fine. This is where trend continuation plans are easy. So either look for some sort of pullback and some sort of breakdown on the lower time frame, cut in a clean break above. Based on the validation, that's my objective. Now, for whatever reason I miss it, okay, no problem. Play the mid range trend continuation because there's two ranges here, isn't there? And this is still a defined range till I'm proven otherwise. Okay, sometimes it's easy to play ping pong. You'll make more playing both sides until you're proven otherwise. Okay, and then there's my trigger for the second half or compounding towards there. If it deviates, then reclaims, and I'll do the same thing to the upside until proven otherwise. That's what I've been really doing with the euro. No, I don't use RSI. No, whatever you're seeing here is there. Okay, does that make sense? I'm getting tired now. So I hope that's clear with the Bitcoin plan. I am open to longs. Okay. Before some single digit IQ could see through the wrong hole, opens their mouth again. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, please.